Hello and welcome back to my garage here in Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. I have honestly no idea what I want to work on today, but I do want to clear these cars all out because they're all finished now. These are the three RX-7s that I had last time. They're all done. This is the one that I completed last time, and they're all done to this same standard now. I was kind of struck by something interesting. This one is the least valuable. It's $83,000, and it is 129,000 miles on this car. This one is 142,000 miles, and it's 91,000. It's actually more valuable for some reason. And then this one over here has 149,000 miles, and it is the most valuable of the three for some reason I can't quite comprehend. Because I've done other cars where the high mileage cars were worth less than the low mileage. The only thing I can think of is none of these have the standard rims on them. I decided to put different rims on all of these just to see something different from the stock RX-7 rims. And these ones are the Avalanche rim. This one over here, I don't remember which one this is, but I thought it would look different. It looks different. I'm not super hip on the paint scheme. The black is a livery, and the gray was the car's base color. So I'm not super hip on how that one came out. It looks kind of dumb, but since I'm not keeping it, it doesn't matter. And then this one over here, I actually used the Pagani Huayra Tempesta rims on this, and I chromed them because the default was not very attractive. I wanted to try something a bit more race looking, since the car had a racing livery on it, and the base color was yellow. But these are all done. They're all ready to go, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all of these. Okay, so now back here we have this was sort of a personal project I wanted to. It occurred to me that I had never put these cars side by side. So what we have here is a Plymouth Roadrunner, and over there is a Dodge Charger. And the Roadrunner came with the V8 Hemi engine. That's what and I built that engine out here. This is the Roadrunner 426 Hemi, which comes with the V8 Hemi. And then this over here, the Charger, doesn't come with the Hemi. It comes with the it comes with the OHV mag, which I thought was a disappointing performer. And I put the OHV Hemi in here, which I think is it is a much stronger engine, and I think it gives the car much better performance. I do prefer the Roadrunner. I think it looks I like the clean lines of it, whereas the Charger looks has this kind of bulgy, and then it kind of pinches in, and then it sort of bulges again. Though I do like the way the rear window comes back like so. Though the visibility from the interior is probably awful. Trying to look toward the rear quarter from the driver's seat is probably terrible. And the Roadrunner doesn't have that, though it is kind of curvy back here. But anyway, these are both ready. I did change the wheels. I think they come with like the rim Atlanta as the standard rim on the Charger, and I think it's the same thing on the Roadrunner, and I changed them. This is like retro 2B, I think. I really like this rim, so I use it a lot on the old style muscle cars. And then this is like retro, also a retro, I think, but I thought it suited this vehicle. And they were actually this one is actually more valuable, and it's or at least it's more valuable with the new engine. It's $117,000 for this car. And I think the Roadrunner was a little bit less. No, that's not. Totally wrong. $156,000. So I think I didn't do the exact numbers, but I'm pretty sure that these two cars in the back were worth more than the three in the front put together. So we've cleared out. I think what I want to do, I have some cars in the storage we can work on. Haven't decided what I want to do I think we'll go to the junkyard and take a look. Okay, here we are. Let's see if we can find anything interesting. Lately, the junkyard has been really poor for me. I come out here and there's hardly any cars. And it's like, geez. I don't know if... And it's not looking promising at this point right now. That's the police F-150. That looks like GTR, yeah. You know what? I'm going to reset this and do it again. This is awful. Okay, so I have just left and come back. And there's a... That looks like a GT350. And this is a Porsche 356. Yeah, Porsche 350. Oh, what is that? Oil filter. I don't think this thing even actually has an engine in it. Yeah, there's like no engine in there. Okay, that's messed up. I don't think that mod is working right, or at least this version of it. I have built the 350 before, but not this, and I'm not definitely going to do that. This is a Shelby 350 GT350R. I've done a ton of those. They're not terrible. That looks like the Delta 88. Oh no, this is the Impala mod. That's a new one I haven't done before. Let's put a pin in that and come back to that one. Porsche 918. I need to delete this mod. I don't think I'm going to work on these one. I need to delete this mod. I don't think I'm going to work on one of them again. I mean, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I just am not particularly enthused about it. I don't think I'll ever bother doing one again. Let's get that Impala. This is one of those mod cars where the whole body is like... Where the whole body is part... Whoops, no. I have to get somewhere where I can actually click on the damn thing. Interior condition is 100% because there's no interior. And it's 5589. Okay, cool. We got something new to work on. Let's go do that. Where the heck? Did I put it in parking? I'm sure I bought the thing. I put it in parking somehow. I don't know why I put it in parking. Not like there wasn't plenty of room in the garage. For a second I thought I had convinced myself I bought it, but didn't buy it. Let's take all this external stuff off. Look at the window piece. What is that attached to? Oh, look at that. You can't see the other one from this side, but you can see it from here. And then you come back this way and it disappears, and then you can see this. That's really bizarre. I was just thinking I bet I'll be able to repair a lot of this stuff. And not everything, but quite a bit. Left fender, side mirror. Okay, so the left fender and the left door and the left side mirror, definitely got those. What else was there? Bench cape rear. I don't even know exactly which of those things. I should have paid more attention. Bench cape rear. Probably uses the bench cape front too, I bet. Let's get license plates. I know I'm going to need those. So those are not, that's not a front bench. What else do I have here? Probably not a lot. Actually, let's look at the inventory. Get rid of this. Right front fender, tail light. That battery is probably done. That's not what I meant to do. I think I had a tail light. And left side mirror. I think that's all the parts that I actually had repaired. So that just means we need to buy what? Hood, front end, left headlight. Okay, starting to look like something again. Front window, left door window, right rear fender. There we go. Looks like a car again. And rear window. No trunk. Did I get that? No, I didn't. Trunk and right tail light. Front right door, front right window, presumably. Right side mirror. Something goes under there. I think I can see something that looks like, well, maybe not. Yeah, something goes under there. What is that? Let's see here. Rear left fender. Aha. I have a feeling we're missing something. Oh, no, we're not. Global body condition 100%, so that's it. I would need seat Atlanta, steering wheel Bowen. That says alt, not at. Okay, now. Alright. It looks like a car again. Let's go ahead and clean it up. Actually, I don't need to do the interior condition is already 100%, so I don't need to do that. Those tires seem awfully little to me. Maybe we can try for a bigger size, try to fill up those wheel wells better. So it looks like it has a full exhaust. V8. Can I reach that? Yep. Okay, I know that there isn't a V8 OHVC front pipe for this, so I'm going to have to get it from here. And then we need to go get our middle muffler. Oh, I should have gotten a fuel tank. OHV. We get fuel stuff. Okay, let's see where we are now. We paid $55.89 for it, and we're up $27,000 now. That's pretty darn good. Let's go ahead and paint it. I think the factory color is that light blue. I might just go with that. It seems like it looks like it would be pretty good. Let's see here. Yeah, that looks fine. I like that. Did they put any liveries in here? Negative. Okay, cool. What is that? 192. I don't think I'm going to go with those wheels. Those are the bolt cape rims. I don't think I'm going to go with those. Let's go back over here. Yeah, it really looks nice now. I mean, with with the body on it, it really looks good. These windows are odd. It seems like, yeah, I didn't buy anything extra. At least not for this car, anyway. I wonder why. I don't understand these side windows. Something to do with the mod, I guess. And I definitely don't think I'm going to go with those wheels. 427. What did you come with? 2 carbo HV. I think we're going to go with the Hemi on this one. Because why not? like doing leaf spring rear ends because they're so easy. They're so quick. I tell you what though, look at the way that pipe clips right through there. That pipe is that the muffler? No, it's the pipe coming out of the muffler. Clips right through the rear, clips right through the rear axle. It's got vintage white wall tires on it. We're going to have to give it better tires though, because the Hemi engine is going to be way more powerful than the 2-carbo HV engine. That's going to be a problem, I can tell already. Be like that Chevy Colorado where you have to maneuver the camera inside the muffler in order to put the bushing into the leaf spring. Hopefully I'll be able to... Hopefully that won't foul the shock absorber there. Okay, so now we just need to go through and get rid of the stuff that we know we can't fix. Though you can usually repair like a brake shoe, which I hate doing because it just seems wrong. Nope, already bought one of those. Don't need that yet. What the hell did I buy? I'm pretty sure I bought bushings, right? Nope, I lied. And for some reason I already have a set of clutch parts, so I don't need to buy those again. Let's see what we got. Shock absorber B is not repairable, so we just flush those now. We're not going to be able to repair a lot of this stuff, I think. More than I thought. 2 wheel hub 4s, drive shaft. I think it was a 1 leaf spring, and was it a U-bolt also? Yes. No. Back to the store. Okay, so now, rim cape 225. Wonder if it'd be a good idea to go to 16-inch wheels on this. 'Cause these things seem like they have a lot of space. I think I'm gonna do the same one I'm gonna use the same rim that was on the Charger. This one here, but I'm gonna go 16. And those tires were 225, 225/65. We'll go with that and see how it looks. I think it's going to look all right, but we'll see. It might clip into the wheel well. we'll have to see how it works. Yeah, I think it's going to be all right. I think it's going to be okay. Let's see what it looks like when it's back on the ground. Get rid of these. Yeah, I think that looks really good. Let's put it down, see how it sits. Still has 15-inch wheels on the front, but I think it'll sit okay because the game doesn't really model the way the suspension the game doesn't really model the springs compressing when the weight of the car sits on it. I think that fills up the wheel well better than the 15-inch wheel did. But there's still enough clearance to not worry about it clipping into the fender well. I don't think the fender well is modeled completely. Can't talk today. I think that's going to be all right though. Let's move this over here. I think I might have some front brake parts floating around in my inventory still. Gonna have to check. When I was working on all of those RX-7s, I ended up with a few extra pieces here and there, mostly rollers and things, because the rotary parts, of course, you can't use on anything but a rotary engine. But the things like extra rollers and fuel filters, those things that are common to every engine, at least in the game. Because in real life, of course, it doesn't work that way. You know, every individual car would have its own spec rubber bushings, for instance. And you couldn't just use the same ones for everything. Okay, we'll yank this. Whoops, it wasn't down yet. There, we'll yank that thing out and throw it away. I could rebuild it and use it for something else. Maybe I'll hold on to it and rebuild it and use it in another application. I think I have some. I think I still have some Chevy Nomads in storage that I could use that in. So we got to get 12 bushings, front brakes, tie rods, and the steering rack, the sway bars, and the front double wishbone shock absorber. Sway bar B. Oh, I bought 2 of them. Ugh. 25% on that steering rack. I might actually have been able to repair that. Sometimes you can repair the rack, sometimes you can't. I always prefer to just do away with it. Get these things done. Okay, so that can go and that can go. The hub bearings are going to need to go, so we have to dig that out. Okay, now, let's see. Boy, that's all that's left? So cross member D. And there was a front axle steering knuckle cover. And a bottom suspension arm. And I think it was a front steering knuckle. Yeah, front steering knuckle C. And I won't use that, but I'll repair it anyway for selling. A knuckle C. Okay, so now let's get our tires again, and we're going to go once again with this. 2 of these at 16 inches. And we'll make them 225, 65, 16. Okay. We're about ready to put this thing back down and have it look like a real car again. Okay, there's the old one, 225, 65. We go with the same size, it's just a slightly larger diameter. Okay, now, reassemble the front end, and then we'll get to work on building our power plant. I didn't buy the bushings. Ah, man. So proud of myself buying everything ahead of time and lose one of the most important parts. You can't assemble the whole rear end, front end without it. quite get the camera back into where I needed it to be to put that on. There is a setting in the options that you can turn on to get the camera to not move when you click on things. And I have thought about doing that, but for the most part it works and it's helpful. I don't want to not do it. But occasionally it'll shoot you, it'll either shoot you across the car to another thing that you clicked on by accident, or it'll put you in a position where you can't see anything because you're so close to what you're working on. It's kind of annoying, but I guess it's one of the things you just have to live with. Alright. I like it. It has really come together nicely. Okay, so now... Oh, wait a minute. Let's, there. Not strictly necessary, but whatever. And we want the OHV Hemi. We want the OHV Hemi, which is there. And this one is a lot of V8 OHV-C parts. And I don't remember all of them because some of them aren't. There's also some H stuff. And I want that. I need 8 of those. Let's see, gonna need that and that. An OHV pulley and a water pump pulley. Need bearing caps. Gonna need ignition. It has, I already have some ignition parts, so I'll just grab that. I'm gonna need, a camshaft here. I need 8 of those. I'm gonna need 8 of these. And the heads, I think, are V8 OHV H. And the carburetors are H. Manifold is H. Wires are H. Intake manifold is H. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need power steering pump F, and I'm gonna need alternator B. That's not everything, but it should give us a good place to, it should get us going. I know I didn't buy the oil filter. And got that, didn't get a crankshaft. Oil filter, cam gear. Do I have these bits? Nope. Just have a distributor for some reason. So we need cam gear V8. Where'd it go? Pretty sure it just wants... I'm not sure if it wants that or the F one. I know it uses the yellow V8 oil filter instead of the OHV oil filter. Do you want F? It would help if I put in the crankshaft. Oh, I didn't buy the crankshaft. That's one of the things I went out to get, was the crankshaft. Come on, I'm gonna need clips. This car is getting a brand new engine. Did I buy the wrong one? Oh, hell. V8 OHVC. What did I... Oh, I bought the OHV. Ah. That'll teach me for not paying attention to what I'm doing. And I do want timing chain F. Don't have the belts or the fan. I have the pulleys. So I have the pulleys and the arms, then the alternator and the power steering pump. So this stuff should be relatively easy to get slapped together, because I know I've done enough of these to remember the arms use the because it uses the arms instead of having those parts just hung off the engine block. So it uses the smaller alternator and pump. I think the belts are V8 OHVC, yeah. And the fan is fan OHV. No, it's not. It's fan B. Ah, I should know better. Ending up with some excess OHV parts. I can rebuild that 2-carb engine. Use it in something else since I have the bits for it now. So I know I'm going to need push rods, but this engine doesn't have individual rocker arms. It has rocker arm assemblies, which is way easier to deal with. Instead of having to screw in 16 individual ones, you just put in like 3 bolts and it's done. I really like how it looks when it's all in there. I mean, it looks like you've assembled you've essentially assembled a 3D jigsaw puzzle. I've said this before, but I wish that there was a transparent engine you could build and run, so you could watch it work. See the pistons go up and down, and the camshaft pushing the rocker, the push rods and the rocker arms. I think that'd be really cool. Got to get the engine head covers and the air filter stuff. I already have the air filter. I just need the base assembly and the cover. Not V8Y. Come on. This one is easy to remember because it doesn't say engine head cover V8. It just says A and B, but it has the Plymouth logo, so you know that that's the right one. And it wants pushrod F. It's 16 of them, and rocker arm H. 2 of those. There it is again with the Plymouth logo on it. how easy that is? I swear to God, I'll put one of these engines in every car that takes a V8 OHV engine just to avoid having to do all the rocker arms. Besides the fact that this is the most powerful engine in the game. Or at least this is the most powerful engine in this class in the game, let's put it that way. Because the Pagani V12, I think, is the most powerful horsepower-wise. But it's also a V12 as opposed to a V8. Though that Bentley, that weird like staggered Bentley V12 is pretty powerful too. I've done a few of them. I don't remember off the top of my head what it is. I've done more of the Pagani engines because more of the mod cars use the Pagani engine than anything else. The modded supercars anyway. Actually reminded me of something I wanted to talk about, but maybe we'll do that later. I was hoping to find one of those cars. I didn't find one. Anyway, if I find, there's a particular car that I've worked on, modded a few times, and if I find another one, they've changed some stuff about it. And if I find another one, I want to talk about it, but I didn't find one this time. So I'm gonna need. I think it uses V8 OHV F. I knew I was going to need to buy a transmission because the V8 OHV engine, the V8 transmission it had wasn't going to work because it had the V8 OHV engine, and I need the V8 OHV F transmission. Okay, and that should be 100%. Let's get it down on the ground. Yeah, I do think that the 16-inch wheel is a better choice than the 15. Could probably push it to a 17. Maybe with don't want to go with a higher profile tire, but maybe a 17-inch wheel even would fit better. Let's see, we're 100%. We paid $55.89 for the car, and it is $73,000. So that's a pretty good return on investment there. We'll go and test it out. I think the horsepower rating on an upgraded version of this comes to like 746. Both the two cars that I sold at the beginning, the Roadrunner and the Charger, both had this engine in it, and they both measured at 746. So we'll probably get something like that. Oh, I'm sorry, not 746, 764. So they measured at the same number. It's basically the same. It's the same engine with the same drivetrain. So yeah, sometimes I've built cars where you build the exact same cars in the same way. Or slightly different cars but with the same engine and drivetrain, and one of them will post a higher number than the other. I'm not really sure what that's about. Those seats are way far forward. Those should be further back, you think? I would think, right? This car has an automatic transmission in it too. See that there? So we put a clutch in it, and it has an automatic transmission. The seats are definitely too far forward, because look at that. You see that line? I can't get the pointer over to it, but you see that? You can see it here too. It's because our camera is sitting inside the headrest. So the seat is definitely too far forward. Alright, let's take it for a drive real quick then. Okay, here we are at the track. Take a look-see at the car outside. It looks good. I mean, it definitely looks good. It looks right. I like the SS branding, badging. I wish they need to get in there and fix this position of the seats, because those seats are way too far forward. And I think it sits a little weird I don't think that body is... You can see a lot of gaps there between the body and the frame over the rear wheels. So that could probably do with a little bit of refining. But overall, it's not bad. Let's see if we can keep this thing in a straight line. It's doing good. It's not pulling at all. Looks like it's tracking perfectly straight down the track. I think we might be drifting a little bit to the left. Yeah, definitely drifting to the left. 154. Looks like maximum speed. We could definitely get more out of it. That's fine. Yeah, not bad at all. Cool. So we have completely rebuilt the car. We've driven it. Time to sell it. And we're getting 73,000. Yeah, 73,204. So not worth as much as the Charger or the Roadrunner were, but still, I mean, not chump change. And we paid less than what, $55.89 for it. So let's call it $5,500. So that's definitely a good price for what we paid. Shoot that out the door. Poof. All right, and that will wrap this one up. So, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Really appreciate your visit here today. And I hope to see you again for our next Junkyard adventure, where we will scour the junkyard for something else exciting to work on. So on that note, bye for now.